Hey everybody, welcome back to episode number 2 of Return to Yharnam, my Bloodborne playthrough. I haven't quite set, oh shoot, what do I do here? What are the buttons? Okay, here we are. I forget the buttons for anything in this, just temporarily. There we go, okay. I gotta get used to everything. Ah, there we go. I actually think these are let out at one point, so... Well, I killed them all anyway, just in case. You never know. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. And free blood echoes, right? I came from that direction. We're going this direction. Alright, and I'm also hitting the wrong button for dodging. I'm hitting the button like from Neo, which I'm also playing on and off as I play this. The PC version. Today's drink of choice is hot cinnamon tea. Cinnamon honey tea, I should say. Some raw organic honey with Ceylon cinnamon and brewed hot black tea. It's great for you, tastes great, and fills you up. Just kidding, it doesn't fill you up. Well, I don't think it fills you up. It doesn't fill me up. All right, let's unlock some shortcuts, which I believe this is one. Well, hello there. Well, he took 3 shots. 3 shots. It's like the number of licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. And... dead. Right here is always free Quicksilver bullets when you kill him. You can sneak up on him pretty easily, relatively easily. And you know what we have not unlocked, though, is the shortcut directly from the lamp. In fact, I think I missed it. I think I always miss it in my subsequent playthroughs. Look at this guy keep backing up. Come on now. Stop being a pansy like that. What a wimp. What a sucker. Okay, here we go. Whoa, shoot. See, I'm really wishing I could get some more one-shots out of this, but I think I need to upgrade this weapon first. And I do believe I have what it takes. Should we stick with this as our main weapon, guys? The saw cleaver? I think we should. It's easier that way. We don't have to hunt down another weapon. We can start upgrading right away. Still takes 3 shots even with 1 R2 tossed in for good measure. Okay, I think the shortcut's right up here, if I'm not mistaken. So, I know in my last episode of Return to Drangleic, episode 2, which by the way, a day later, YouTube still says is processing, so I may have to re-upload it. I don't know. This one might even show up before that one does in your subscriber feeds. Oh, that's good tea. That's very good tea. Excuse me. I am still unwell, recovering from my illness. If you mash the buttons really fast, it loads faster. I'm kidding. It doesn't. The only way to make this game load faster is to port it to PC. Look at that, it's open. Oh wait, it's always open. Okay, let's see what we can do at the workshop. We're gonna fortify this soul cleaver. Not once, but twice. There seems little reason to fortify your gun weapons, so I don't bother doing that until I have lots of extra materials. At that point, it makes sense. If you got extra materials, might as well. Sit by the fire, throw some books in there. Get rid of Garamond. We don't need him around. And we don't have... no, we don't have any of our... What's it called? Insanity? Insanity meter? Insight. Is that it? Insight? I think it's Insight. Let's see. What do we have for sale here? The stuff I've already got. That's fine. We don't need anything anyway. All right. Excuse me. Central Yharnam. Yeah, we talked a lot about net neutrality in episode 2 of Return to Drangleic, and why nearly all arguments against net neutrality are dishonest or lies. We talked about the number 1 argument people use is an ideological argument. It's not based in actual reality. It's not based in what has actually happened or is actually happening. It's an ideological argument based on the libertarian belief that all regulation is bad. All government regulation is bad and stifles competition and creativity and blah, 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 blah. It's not actually true. It's true most of the time, yes. So, yes, libertarians are correct the majority of the time. However, that's a serious case where they're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. In the case of net neutrality, it is basically a stopgap regulation to fix a problem caused by hundreds of local, municipal, county, and state regulations and rules that actually do stifle new ISPs, that actually do literally, in some cases, make it illegal for an ISP to move into your area. The lines are treated oftentimes as public utilities or part of public utilities. So there's this kind of awkward, half public, sort of private treatment of utility lines, utility poles, underground cable lines. And to get access to those, it's not as simple as, hey, I have enough money to install fiber in this neighborhood. Can I do it? No, it's not just about having enough money to do it. In most cases, if you want to go, say, buy a car, if you got the money for it, you can buy it. In most cases, if you got the money for something, you can just go do it. But in the case of getting lines installed or putting lines underground or on a pole, you actually need to get permission. And in many cases, that permission has to come from a government agency, a city council or something of that sort. And in many cases, it's actually straight up illegal for you to do it. It's against the law. The way the regulations are written, you're not going to be able to do it, period. Some ISPs came into small neighborhoods or cities and said, hey, we'll come into your neighborhood and install this, modern broadband, which is, basic cable internet. And in order to make it worthwhile for us to put in all this infrastructure, which there's really not that much, they say, we want exclusivity on broadband internet in this area for 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is. And in many cases, because they feel like that's the best they can get for their community, they say, okay, we'll do it. And so in that way, if a new ISP tries to come into town, that wants to offer better service, faster service for cheaper with no limits and all that other jazz, they'll actually wait, hang on. The device is not currently operable. Uh-oh. See, I hate the motion gesture thing. I do it by mistake all the time. I did a gesture motion right there. Okay, so we have to unlock that. Let's see. Yeah, go around this way. Okay. So we got to find another way. All right. No, oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I should have been more careful. What happened to me? Oh, I just barely missed him. Oh, well. Got him in the second round. Look at these dogs. Treating these dogs like dogs. Killing them like dogs. Getting them free blood echoes. 38 each. Or roundabout, something like that. Alright, I gotta figure out how to open up that other pathway there leading to the boss. Alright. By the way, Twitter changed its policy on today, the 18th of December, the day that I'm playing this. And a lot of outlets are totally fake. What they're putting out there is fake. I just saw Fox News scroll through my timeline. Somebody retweeted it. I don't follow Fox News. I don't follow any major media news outlet on Twitter or Facebook or anything. But I see what other people retweet or quote tweet. And I saw that Fox News ran a thing saying that Twitter is purging many far-right accounts. Okay, that's technically true. But what's not true is that they're only purging far-right, or they're only focusing on the right accounts. No. Twitter's purge is of pretty much any account that's not liberal. Any account that doesn't support, the American Democrat Party. And that includes far-right. It includes the alt-right, whatever they happen to be, because everyone has a different definition of that. It includes many libertarians. It includes many people from the Green Party. It includes anyone who is basically contradicting the liberal narrative that's being pushed out by Twitter, Facebook, Google, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News to a certain degree as well. Any major news outlet, many non-government organizations or NGOs, Silicon Valley as a whole, pretty much. Basically, any of the major Silicon Valley companies are liberal, like, and not just liberal. I mean, they're straight up like lunatic, left-wing, crazy, nutcase liberal. And just to give you an idea of how far they've gone off the deep end, if you look back just as recently as Obama's 2008 speech on immigration, he openly opposed illegal immigration, talked about how big a problem it is, talked about how big a problem that they take jobs away from legal residents and citizens. He talked about the need for border security. He talked about a lot of things that sound very similar to what Trump is saying nowadays. But when Trump says it, he's a horrible, evil, racist bigot. But when Obama said it, it was... I'm surprised I'm not dead. Oh shoot, I didn't know that one was alive. I thought that was a body. I can't believe I didn't die. I can't believe it's not butter. Oh wow, that was some major lag right there. Oh, the saw spear, that's another... Can you just pick that up? Jeez, there we go, okay. Let's go get this guy. Oh, come on now. Alright. I totally didn't mean to fall there. It is hard to gauge how far your character moves when you swing your weapon. Yeah, if you look back to, say, Clinton's speech on immigration sounds remarkably similar to Trump's speech on immigration, and Clinton received a standing ovation from Democrats, Independents, and Republicans. Bill Clinton, that is. Both Obama and Hillary, up until when Hillary ran in 2016, all the previous times that Hillary and Obama ran, they were on anti-gay marriage platforms, just to give you an idea of where they were at. So, you know, we've got the left here in the United States, which is really, really favoring censorship, shutting stuff down under the guise, under the auspices, under the alleged reasoning is that they're trying to stop, quote, hate speech, unquote. Of course, that's not the actual reason. That's just a reason that is given. It's kind of how they disguise their censorship of political opinions that disagree with them. They say it's all hate speech. Either you agree with my political opinion or it's hate speech, and we need to stamp out your hate speech. Of course, because, you know, no one's going to admit, yeah, we're censoring people. No one admits that. I mean, when's the last time you've ever seen anyone say, yeah, I'm censoring people. I'm censoring opinions I don't like. I'm censoring political opinions that disagree with mine. No one ever says that. Everyone always tries to frame it as, well, I'm censoring hate speech, and I'm just getting rid of the trolls and the people who are saying incredibly mean, horrible things. And, yeah, Twitter definitely, I'm going to stir this tea here, so you might hear the clanking of a metal spoon on ceramic or whatever this mug is made out of. Yes, Twitter does absolutely have the right to do that. And I don't support this argument that a lot of people are making that Twitter should be treated as a public utility and regulated by the government so that they can't ban the users they want to ban. I think Twitter should be able to accept users they want to accept, ban users they want to ban, and I don't really feel like Twitter needs to give a real good reason. I think that Twitter should have a terms of service, and they should stick to that. The problem with that is, and I'm not saying the government should come in and regulate them, don't get me wrong, but the problem is that Twitter's terms of service don't actually look that bad. They look very reasonable. However, Twitter's application is entirely partisan and biased. I mean, Twitter is like, the whole company was 100% pro-Hillary and clearly, you know, anti-Trump. And, you know, for someone that doesn't like Trump, that might seem like, okay, that's fine, you know, whatever. But at the same time, you have to remember, whenever you look at companies and government organizations and politicians, whatever power you impart to them will eventually be a power imparted to your enemy when your enemy is in power. So, you know, we saw Obama just making flagrant, blatant abuse of executive orders. He even joked about how I have a phone and I have a pen, and if Congress isn't going to pass the law, then I'm just going to write an executive order. Well, you know, that's absolutely not how it works. That's not how our government works. No, the president doesn't just write a law when Congress won't do it. When Congress won't do it, that's it. Congress won't do it. The president isn't there to write the laws that Congress doesn't pass. That is not the function of the president. It's never meant to be the function. And executive orders were never, ever meant to be used in that manner. But because they've been used that way by, you know, President Bush and President Clinton, to a certain degree as well. And then by President Obama, when Trump came in, Trump used executive orders in a similar fashion, and he did pass some executive orders that he, in terms of the amount of power being exhibited by them, probably shouldn't have. However, really nobody can say anything. What are the Democrats going to say? I'm like, well, you let Obama do the same thing. So now Trump's got the power that Obama had. And that really bothers a lot of Democrats because they're realizing, hey, that's too much power for a president to have. And I'm sitting here saying, hey, we were telling you that for 8 years when Obama was doing it. But you didn't seem to care when Obama was doing it. It was all fun and good times when someone on your side was abusing the power. But now that someone on the other side is abusing the power, oh, now it's time to rein it in. And that's what always happens. We have this back and forth with no real accountability. Every single time a Republican is in office, Democrats hoot and holler about how he golfs too much. He's golfing too much. He spends too much time golfing. Then, when a Democrat is in office, Republicans hoot and holler about he golfs too much. He spends too much time golfing. This happens every time. And then the same thing happens with vacation. He's on vacation too much. He spends too much time on vacation. He goes on too many vacations. Does he ever get any work done? Blah, 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 blah. And this is just so transparently partisan nonsense. It's partisan hackery, and it should be ignored. Mock people who do it, call them out for it, and say, okay, well, did you call out Obama on all his vacations and all his golfing trips? Trump's doing it too much. I'm like, really? Because if we count the number of golf trips people have gone on, who's going to be in the lead? And in fact, people don't know. People don't know. And it really, who cares? If they're getting the job done the way it needs to be done, I don't want a president spending 100% of their time trying to get work done if they've already gotten done what they need to. You know, I think one of the biggest problems is we have a government that wants to spend too much time legislating or trying to pass legislation, trying to pass new regulations, trying to pass new rules. At a certain point, I think the government should sit back and go, okay, we did what we need to do on this issue. There's nothing more we should do. We need to stop. Logan of Tech Syndicate, who I disagree on with basic, a lot of basic things about his political views. He's essentially a Democrat. He doesn't want to consider himself one. Nobody wants to consider himself a partisan. Most people are. Someone will be like, I'm not a Democrat, I'm an independent. Yeah, that's why you voted 100% Democrat your entire life that you've been voting. But you're totally independent, right? So, he talked about how we need a ministry of stop it. Just a government organization that goes to other government organizations or branches of government, whatever it happens to be, the Congress, the president, and just goes, stop it, and makes them stop doing anything. I mean, that would be one of the most useful things we could get, is just, somebody to get the government to sometimes just stop doing anything. Because ultimately, libertarians get a lot of stuff right. The biggest problem with libertarians is they're ideologues. And they can't pragmatically look at the world and see what's really best for a situation. They follow a hardline ideology. That's their biggest weakness. It's also why they have very, very little actual power in politics, is because hardline ideologues don't really make it very far. Trump's not a hardline ideologue. Neither is Hillary, really. Hillary's establishment politician, just like Bush was. They kind of do, what the party wants for the most part. Push some things through. Roundabouts, the government continues to function the way it always has. A few things change here or there, but, it's pretty much government as usual. Trump is not government as usual. That's why you notice Republicans and Democrats are hating on him. And he's experiencing a lot of leaks, a lot of attacks from within, from the FBI, the CIA, the NSA. There are all these groups, all these people realizing, hey, this is not business as usual, guys. He's not playing by the rules, so to speak. And when I say the rules, I don't mean actual laws. I don't mean the actual official rules. I mean the unofficial, unwritten rules of the establishment, how things are supposed to work. And that's really kind of how our government functions, It's put in place for certain people to benefit certain people, not always the rich, but a lot of bouncing around from one illustrious family to the next. We had a Bush in power. Now it's time for a Clinton. Now we got a Clinton in power. Now it's time for another Bush. And hey, let's throw in another Clinton. That's with an Obama in the middle. That's kind of what we were doing, which is ridiculous. I mean, what is it? Is it the presidency or is it a dynasty? You know what I mean? Are these kings or are these presidents? Alrighty. In fact, it's getting so bad that it's almost at the point now where we need to amend the Constitution to specifically prohibit the immediate family members of presidents from becoming president. I feel like that would be kind of wrong because they didn't do anything wrong. There's no reason you can't be president just because your brother was, but there's absolutely no way that we should have this many family members in high positions of power. You know, not only that, but we have people that are senators whose brothers are senators, or father was a senator and is a senator, or father is a president, or brother is a president, or brother is a congressman. That's way too much power limited to the hands of a few. I'm all over the place today, guys. I'm still recovering, and I am on pain medicine. All right, that's some good honey tea. Look at this fat, blubbery boar. Oh no! I knew that was going to happen. Oh, I really didn't want to die right now to this BS. That's a one-shot kill, by the way, guys. Anyone that disagrees with me, I can prove it. If getting hit once means you automatically get hit twice, it's a one-shot. Does not matter how many actual hits are procured, it's a one-shot. If you can't break out of it after the first one and you get hit by a subsequent hit that kills you, it's a one-shot. Well, at least I opened up the shortcut right here. I always get confused by the areas in this game. This whole game is like a giant maze to me, no matter how many times I play it through. This is why I've probably never done like a beginner's walkthrough of this game. I'll just get so confused. I'll be doing the walkthrough, be like, okay, now we're going to head this way. All right, guys, I'm totally confused. I don't know where we are. I need to go watch a walkthrough. No one should be giving a walkthrough who needs to watch a walkthrough, you know what I mean? Why did I think that was going to hit him? That definitely didn't hit me. I don't know why, but yeah, hitboxes, man. All right, here we go, 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 here we go. Come get me, buddy. Why did I do that? I knew that wasn't gonna work. That hit me, but it didn't count. See? Weird. What? It's like I shifted as soon as I hit him. And yeah. I did actually. I shifted around him and hit him more towards the front. Crazy. Okay. Whatever. All right. Yes, there are benefits to honey, guys. It's not just a sweetener. Honey is natural, which in itself doesn't mean a whole lot, but it has antimicrobial properties. Look at that, guys. Blind. I did that blind. I couldn't even see. I couldn't see around the corner and still did it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. You ready for this? Watch this. Watch. Dead. Double kill. Triple kill. No, that was actually too long between kills. Doesn't count. Got to get the one that's hiding over here. Oh, come on. Look at that. He's got such a sliver of health. You can't even see it on his health bar. All right, let's do this again. Was this the way I came last time? Yes. Yes, it was. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did I lose that item that I cut down when I died? Is it there? It is still there. Okay. Just want to make sure I didn't permanently lose it because I'd cut it down, but I hadn't gotten to it. I hadn't gotten to it. Where's the way you're meant to go down up here? I don't know. Let's get items first, shall we? So that's kind of my ranting about politics, which, yeah, I do include politics in these conversations, definitely, because everything's political now. You can thank the lunatic left for coming up with the phrase, the personal's political, and trying to inject politics into everything, including Gamergate, which they started, the loony left started doing it way before Gamergate actually started, but Gamergate was a response to a lot of the nonsense that was going on. It was mainly a response to the unethical journalism by so-called gaming journalists, but also it was a backlash, a movement against the lunatic lefty nonsense that was being forcibly injected into games, where you'd see like these articles by supposed game journalism outlets obsessing over, oh, this girl's boobs are too big in this video game, or there aren't enough male superheroes in games, or there aren't enough of this or that. And of course, every single complaint was from a very strong far left position politically. All right, let's do this. Oh, my bad. What the heck? No! I'm so gonna die here if I'm not careful. Did you like that dodge? I got lucky on that one. That has some incredible reach, guys. That attack right there that he does. Some incredible reach. Whatever you think the reach is on it, add like 30-40%, and that's what the actual reach is. It's insane. By the way, I keep accidentally holding the circle button to pick up items like in Neo, which I almost fell off the ledge up there when you saw me do the little back step there right up to the edge. Okay, so let's go down here and grab this. I'm still swinging away, trying to get my health back. Okay, Bloodstone Shard, definitely important right there, although I don't... Yeah, that was the one I cut down. Okay, good. Very important to get that. Very important, my friends. Yeah, so, you know, the important thing is to recognize that there is no one-party solution to this game. There are so many Republicans that are absolute garbage. The party as a whole has been garbage lately and has been for a long time. You know, the biggest problem I have is the Republicans don't do what they're supposed to do. They just don't, for whatever reason, even when they have power. And the Democrats try too hard and are too successful at doing what they want to do. So, I usually vote Republican. It's closer to sanity. Although there are definitely many Republicans I'd refuse to vote for, which includes McCain and Romney. I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. They're pretty much straight up, utter political garbage, and they're examples of everything wrong with the political system in America. Of course, so is Hillary, and to arguably greater degree than either of those pieces of human filth. Take that, you filthy rat. Get it? Because he's a rat. Well, that's not really a pun, I guess. He's actually a rat. Hang on here. Goodbye, my friends. It was fun. Alright. What killed me last time? Oh, the boar. Such a bore fighting a boar in a tunnel next to the shore with Bloodborne lore. That's a dead end. So, while certainly I can't say straight up to just simply support one party or the other, I know there's more than two, but really, there's two. I can say straight up that at this point, from what I've seen, I've pretty much, in terms of federally, I mean, locally I have actually voted for Democrats in local elections, but federally, I pretty much have 100% given up on the Democrat Party. It has become the party of social justice. It's become the party of absolute utter lunacy, of social nuttery, if that's a word. I mean, it's just the party of straight up insanity. And I can honestly say that much of what they push, this new age social justice nonsense that they teach, is so far gone off the deep end that no reasonable person could possibly support it. Like, my parents are diehard Democrats. My whole family is. And, you know, I talk to them about this stuff, and they themselves don't like that part of the Democrat Party. They can't stand it. And they are diehard, lifetime Democrats, have always been. But even they recognize the absolute lunacy of this social justice nonsense that has taken the party. And to a certain degree, it's actually taken hold of many libertarian sources like Reason TV. Reason TV on YouTube is a libertarian channel. And they've actually started doing more videos where, although they don't outright support Democrat candidates, they make more videos attacking Republican candidates and basically openly trying to push people away from the Republican candidates. And very rarely do they do the same against the Democrats. So I think you kind of have to see the covert ways that things are done. And if you look at a source like that says it's libertarian, but they tend to do a lot more attacking of one party and very little of the other party, well, the ultimate result is they're doing the bidding of one party, or at least helping a party to gain power. And, as a libertarian, I don't think the Democrat Party has much to do with what libertarians believe. Very little to do with what libertarians believe in. Because libertarians definitely don't share the Democrats' view of big government. The idea of Obamacare. Which, everyone has said Obamacare would be a failure was correct, but that's kind of been borne out in actual reality. I really want to kill this boar, but I really don't want to die again. But sometimes you have to do the things that you have to do in order for the things that have to be done to be done. I'm trying to get... Oh, there we go. I'm trying to get around him. There we go. Okay. I figured I could kind of brute force it as long as I avoided getting trampled. This one, No, that's not it. Oh, over here. This one, I believe, is the badge that unlocks the 3 starter weapons, if I'm not mistaken. I know it says Saw Hunter badge, but I think it unlocks the first 3 beginning weapons, essentially. Okay. I'm actually rediscovering this game in many ways. That's kind of the fun thing about being away from a game for so long. You rediscover it. Alright. Bloodborne doesn't have enough women in it. Social justice failure. Okay. Where am I here? Oh, I came up the back way. Whoa, shoot. I dodged way too late, but somehow still managed to avoid that. I really probably should have been hit there. I dodged way too late. You know what? I normally come from... I think I come from this way normally. Although I can't remember. It's been so long since I've last played through it. Although, actually, I played through it fairly recently when I did my PS Vita review, because I used this as one of the games I played on remote play. Yes, this is the other way I normally come. Okay. I passed by that several times, actually. Let's go upgrade this weapon, shall we? Oh, I know. What? Oh. I was gonna say, I know the elevator works from here. I know a lot of younger people, especially millennials, or people in the millennial age range, lean heavily towards Democrats just because they've been raised in a system that pushes them that direction. And if that's where they land in their political beliefs after analyzing everything and really looking at it, then I understand that that's just what happens. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think most millennials come to that conclusion on their own. I think that's simply a result of them basically receiving what could arguably be propaganda. Because if you look at the public school systems, they've been co-opted by social justice warriors and those types, like extreme far left leftists. NGOs, non-government organizations, charities, the public school system, universities and colleges. These are all institutions that have extreme, heavy far left influence and do push that angle quite hard. And, most of the lunatic leftist nonsense that we're getting in the country and even throughout the world actually comes from one tiny little area of the world. One small area which encompasses just probably a couple dozen miles, and that's San Francisco. You would be amazed at how many of these people that influence what goes on in the social justice world or the world at large, all these people that come up with these nutty ideas, how many of them are from San Francisco or operate out of San Francisco, at least do something in San Francisco. I think I have to leave here and come back for her to... Yeah, let's do that real quick. For her to come back out of her doll state. Now that I've got some insight. So, and it's unfortunate because we really have all this influence coming from what people refer to as the coastal elites. These people live on either the east coast of the U.S., like New York City and whatnot, or the west coast of the U.S. and California, including San Francisco. These people have this undue, extreme amount, this heavy, way disproportionate influence on politics and culture. You know, you look at Hollywood, TV, all this stuff, educational system. And so because they're out in the forefront a lot, they're the ones we see on TV, they're the ones running the news organizations and news media channels, they misrepresent the country as being extremely left-leaning. And so I think that's why so many people were surprised by Trump being elected. They actually believed that the country was this leftist place that, you know, Hollywood and the news media portrayed it as. And certainly it's not. Let me go upgrade my weapon first. I don't want to run out of blood echoes for that. It's certainly not. So, what is this? I'm set all hunter blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, whatever. Oh wait, I almost passed that one up. Can you believe that? Yeah, the whole bell system they came up with here. Nah, didn't work. Well, I mean, it works, but it was clearly inferior to the system they had before. Oh, I'm gonna need a full 8 on that. Okay, well, we'll save them up. Clearly inferior to just the summoning messages, which themselves have a variety of issues. Oh wait, there's something else? Ah, there we go, okay. Let's go ahead and channel some of them blood echoes. I think health in this game is very useful. So, I'm gonna get some health, and then I need to figure out what this weapon uses so I don't waste points. This is... Wait, hang on. Where am I looking? Oh, over there. Over there. It's a D on strength and an E on skill. So it's both, really? But mostly strength. Well, more strength than skill, but really both. So we'll put points into strength initially until we notice it tapering off. Okay, so that's 2 points. That's none on the first one. So that's a significant difference, obviously. First point into skill gives no visible improvement. Okay, so we went up 4 points with 3 levels put in. Could be a lot better. We could be getting 3 points each. 3 improvements in, or 3 steps in the attack process. I can't even talk right now, guys. Sorry, I'm a little out of it from being sick and this medicine I'm taking. All right. Well, we're getting real close to the end of the episode. Not enough time to hit the boss, but certainly enough time to see if we can level again. Let's see if we can get another level out of popping some hard echoes. Yeah, 2114. We should have enough for that. We should have a few things on us to pop off. I really wish they told you how many blood echoes you got per use. Yes, so actually we could probably get a couple more levels. Let's leave it at that right now and hope that we get 2 levels out. Yeah, we should be able to get 2 levels out of that.
Very well.
Ooh, that gives us 2 points. Good. And another spot of health there. Okay.
Farewell, good hunt.
Yes, of course, Democrats, since they're the party of social justice, they are also the party of censorship. That used to be the Republicans to a certain degree. The Republicans used to have their, you know, conservative Christian edge that tried to censor stuff, and we had to fight them when they attacked video games along with the Democrats. I think a lot of people forgot that the 90s attack on video games was not a strictly Republican attack. We also had people like Tipper Gore who led the attack on like TV and media and tried to get everything censored. But you know, that's one of the things is when we want to protect video games from politicians, it will be from all sides usually. Libertarians are typically the only ones that aren't attacking video games. You know, Democrats and Republicans both love to attack video games, just like some Democrats in Hawaii are trying to say that loot boxes are gambling and therefore need to be regulated by the government. Now, yeah, I hate loot boxes too. I've never purchased one, and that's my solution. I know people hate to hear that, but really, that is the solution. Just don't buy them. And if there's a game that has loot boxes you don't like, don't buy the game. Or at least just don't get the loot boxes. That's not the perfect solution because those loot boxes are still hurting games that you enjoy. But let me tell you what's a worse solution that's going to hurt a lot more. is the government coming in and regulating random items in video games. Does that sound like a good idea? I know it doesn't to me. But hey, you guys make your own decisions on that, I suppose. Alright guys, well, with that, I think we're done with episode 2 of Return to Yharnam. Excuse me. Still sick. Probably will be for a little bit, recovering. It was a doozy. But in the meantime, I hope eventually YouTube stops processing my Return to Drain Lake episode 2. If not, I'll just re-upload the whole thing because it appears to be stuck in the queue. Is what it looks like, because it's been over an entire day processing. Anyway, I'm Fox with Foxeo Plays. If you like this video, give it a like. If not, you can always give it a thumbs down. By the way, guys, both a thumbs up or down actually improves the interactivity of the video. So if you really want to hurt a video, you would just not view it in the first place. I don't know why I'm telling you that. I should just tell you to mark it down if you didn't like it. That way you help the video become more popular. Also, leave your comments down below. Anything you agree, disagree with, want to share some thoughts about the video game or anything we talked about, as well as check the video description for all my social media accounts and follow me on all of those. Not limited to Gab, Minds, Facebook, Twitter, and my other main channel, FoxeoGames. Thanks again for watching, guys. All of this is only possible because you make it possible. And I'm hitting the wrong button for... There we go. Okay, this is the button I meant to hit here. For a wave. Where's wave? There it is. I'll see you guys next time. Later, everybody.